Hi guys, so this is the long-awaited Halloween video. No, I'm not dressed up in my Halloween costume. That'll be on my podcast channel. You guys will see me dressed up in my Halloween costume. But this is the long-awaited Halloween video where I'm going to go back to my old roots and give you advice, whether you are trick-or-treating, taking people trick-or-treating, or if you're going to use a Ouija board. Those are the two things I'm giving advice on in this video, and I will link the articles I got these things from down below if you want to read, because the Ouija board one had a lot more information, was more in depth. I just kind of put the bullet points. So if you want to read more in depth, go ahead and read that. But anyway, so first we're going to start with tips to stay safe trick-or-treating. So obviously bring a flashlight so you can be seen. That's kind of a giveaway. That's kind of a normal thing because you obviously need to be seen. It's dark, there are people driving, there are people walking all around, so reflective tape can work too. That's a really good thing that you could put. Light colored costumes. I know if you want to be something creepy, then just make sure you have a flashlight. But yes, light colored costumes, and face makeup instead of masks could be better. When I was the nun, they gave us this tan mask with the nun costume, but my friend just painted my face white instead to look more like the nun. We were doing it for authenticity, but oh my god. Okay, so for authenticity, we were doing face makeup, but if someone wants to be a character that has, like, you know, their face painted so they can look like the face of the person, make sure to use face makeup instead of a mask so that people can see them better. Flame resistant costumes. A lot of people that are giving out candy have bonfires, or they have decorations in their yard which may use fire. So just make sure that your kid's costume won't catch on fire. Adults should accompany young children from door to door like you usually do. Older children should let adults know their route. I added that one because that wasn't said. Older children should let adults know the route they're going to take so that the adults can know, and if something goes wrong, like they don't hear from them, they know exactly where they were going to be. Cautious around animals. They said especially dogs. It could be a guard dog. That's my thinking. Like, be cautious around a dog because, you know, if you get closer to guard dogs and they don't know you and have your scent, so just be careful. Walk, don't run. Very important. It is dark. Walk. Do not run. If you run out in the middle of the street and the car doesn't see you, be careful. Again, you are in the dark. Only go to houses with porch lights on and never go inside a house. Okay? If the porch light is not on, do not go. This actually reminds me of a story. When I was in middle school, it wasn't the group I was going trick-or-treating with, it was a different group. And my friend in that group wanted to do my makeup. So I was over her house before I was going trick-or-treating. And this girl, she was going with a different group and I was going with a different group. But this girl, her mom came in and told her, hey, like, don't go to that house at the end of the street because you can kind of guess what I'm saying. And she said, yeah, I get it, Mom, whatever. And like, she wasn't really listening. And I'm like, if your parents tell you not to go to a house because, and they literally say because, you know, don't go. Okay? Yeah, so only go to houses with the porch light on and never go inside. I had a lot around my neighborhood that didn't have the porch light on. We just passed the house. Walk on the sidewalks, not in the street. Again, it's dark. Even if you have the stuff to be seen in the dark, cars could be going fast and it's so, just walk on the sidewalk. So this is for the parents after. Check children's candy. Remove loose candy, open candy, or choking hazards. Choking hazards depends on age, but definitely remove loose candy and open candy. Discard any brand names you don't know to be safe. It's just to keep your kids safe. Light the area well if you're accepting trick-or-treaters. Light it well so they can see where your steps are so they don't trip and hurt themselves. Again, sweep leaves and clear things so people don't trip and get hurt, obviously. So that's for trick-or-treating. This Ouija board one is a little longer, and my camera's on the last battery. I'm great at planning, aren't I? So let's see how quickly we could do this. So, tips to stay safe using a Ouija board. Pick a quiet place to use the Ouija board and cleanse it with sage and incense to remove negativity. Obviously, you don't want negativity, and you want to be in a quiet place because you want to be able to connect with the spirits. So you don't want to be in a loud place where you want to connect with them, and you want to cleanse it so there's no negativity. Invite friends, but make sure everyone's in a good mood. You want everyone to be in high spirits, because if people aren't in high spirits, then negativity attracts negative spirits. So be polite to the spirit and remember to say goodbye to end the session. Obviously, you're talking to somebody. Be polite. This is what I always said with the 3 a.m. rituals. Like, be polite. Setting up the board. So this is what you do when setting up. Quiet place with no distractions. You can have the light on as to not feel fearful, because negative spirits feed off of fear. So if you feel better having the lights on, you can have the lights on. Don't use a Ouija board in a graveyard. I believe the graveyards themselves are not inherently haunted, but you know, just don't use it in a graveyard just in case something may be there that is not good and nice. Cleanse the space of negative energy. Of course, you want all negative energy to be out of the space when you're using the board. Surround the board with salt, and you can use crystals. So I don't butcher the names of the crystals. This article I got the info from will be down below, so you can read them. I know one was amethyst, but I don't want to butcher the others. Okay. Cleanse the board. So they say sprinkle rose water and say a prayer. I had never heard this before, but I do say prayers before I would start any investigations or things like that. So make sure to say a prayer to keep yourself safe. I would wear a cross. That's just me. You can wear whatever protection you want. That wasn't in the article. That's just for me. Yeah, okay, so I said the crystals, and I didn't want to butcher the name. The rose water and say a prayer. Okay, that's what we just said. Light black candles for protection. I have heard that black candles are used for protection from negative spirits, so make sure to have those. So now, preparing the group. Gather at least 2 people to do it with you. I think also one of the rules is don't play it alone, so grab a couple people. All people must be in a good mood. Also, with that, staying sober. Please stay sober when you're doing this, because you do have to be polite, and sometimes when people drink, they don't, you know. Do a spiritual cleansing, so meditate. Imagine yourself surrounded by a bright cleansing light. You want to imagine yourself surrounded in a bright light, protected, like things like that. Say a prayer of protection. I always say a prayer of protection whenever I'm doing anything like this. I don't use a Ouija board, but I meant like investigations or things like that. I would say a prayer of protection. Take an herbal or salt bath. So if you want to do an herbal bath, lavender is the best. And if you want to do a salt bath, they say sea salt is the best. I don't know why, but again, I told you guys I'm telling you the bullet points. So here's when you're actually using the board. Set a positive intention. So what I mean by that is you could say things like, we welcome friendly, positive spirits to talk to us. You want to be like, we want to talk to things that basically love and light, not anything dark. So be like, we want to talk to something positive. This is a pure positive space. That's also what you can say. Be like, this space is for positivity only, like my channel. Are there good spirits who wish to speak with us? Again, it's like, is there anything good here? You're really putting out the energy of, we would like positive spirits. Ask the spirit to introduce itself. You are talking to someone, so you can ask them their name, their age, etc. You know, normal things that you would ask somebody if you're meeting them for the first time. Be careful what you ask. Ask nice questions. You're talking to someone. Ask positive questions. You know, you don't want to offend the spirit you're talking to. Don't ask for a physical sign that the spirit is there. Just ask if someone is there and wait for the planchette to move. Do not be like, give me a sign that you're here. No, because that's not safe. Keep the interaction on the board. Be polite to the spirit. Don't ask how they died, don't ask how they unalived or why they're a ghost. That will upset them. Also, ghosts can't see the future. I just want to put that out there. They can't see the future. They're like us. They don't know what's going to happen. But also, don't ask how someone unalived or why they're a ghost. You wouldn't want people asking you that question. Be polite to them. They're taking the time to talk to you. Be polite. And yeah, they can't see the future. Okay, I just want to make sure that take everything the board says with a grain of salt. Obviously, spirits can lie. They're like us. They can lie. So don't believe if they say that something bad's going to happen to you. Don't believe it. They can't see the future and they can lie. So this is what to do when ending the session. End the session early if someone is uncomfortable. Obviously, if someone's uncomfortable, don't make them continue. End the session. You don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable. Say goodbye to end the session. After you say goodbye, flip the planchette over so it won't move again. I didn't know that it could move again. Well, I knew that things could happen, but I didn't know it could move again, so I didn't know you should flip it over, so make sure to flip it over. But yeah, make sure to say goodbye. A lot of people forget to say goodbye. And also when you say goodbye, move it to goodbye. I've heard a lot of people forget to move it to. You also got to move it. Yeah, I know a lot about Ouija boards because I've watched a lot of videos, but I'm just scared to play one myself. Burn sage to cleanse away any lingering energy. Of course, you want to make sure the energy is positive after you're done, and you might want to get rid of any excess energy. So obviously sage, or use incense. Store your board and pointer after you use it. So put them away. Put the planchette in a bag because people believe the spirit can still use the board even when you're not using it. So that's what people say. I didn't know that either, but people say put the planchette in a bag. So if you want to be extra safe with that, you can do that. Yeah, they can still use the board when you're not using it, and I did not know that. If you want to use the board as decoration, Halloween decoration, make sure the planchette is not sitting on it because obviously spirits that are in the area can use the board. So just make sure the planchette isn't sitting on it, but if you want to use it as decoration, you can. I know a lot of people use Ouija boards as part of their decoration, and it does look really nice when people use it. Anyway, so that is the end of the video. Hope these tips help you guys out. Also, happy Halloween. I didn't say it at the beginning. I hope you guys have a fun, safe Halloween, whether you're trick-or-treating, using a Ouija board, or just going to a party, or just dressing up, handing candy out to the kids, whatever you want to do. Happy Halloween. I hope that you have a great Halloween. I would also love to know what you're being for Halloween, so if you feel comfortable, put that down in the comments. I would love to read it. Also, guys, there are two more things I want to say. One, my podcast episode will be out on Halloween. We might be doing a Zoom or a Google meeting kind of version, so you might not see us in the same place, but you will see it recorded. So we're going to get the plan together tonight, or it might just be a video of me and then a video of her, and I splice them together, whatever works better. But anyway, so that's number one. Number two is, guys, please, okay, so I am going to be putting a video out on Halloween, and it will be me talking to Siri at 3 a.m. Sometimes things happen, sometimes things don't. I guess this is a good way to know if my house is haunted or not. So I will be talking to Siri at 3 a.m. I will be doing that the night before Halloween, and it will be going up on Halloween. So please watch that. I may be talking quietly only because there will be people asleep in my house. So I will be talking quietly, but you guys, I'll even be putting it up if nothing happens, just so you can see the questions that I'm asking. But I'm going to look up online what are the best questions to ask. And of course, like my boyfriend said, Apple can program Siri to say weird things sometimes. So Siri might say something weird and my house might still not be haunted, but Apple could have just programmed Siri to say that. So again, I don't know if it'll be real or fake or if anything will happen at all, but you guys will see it no matter what. So that is before you guys start requesting other challenges for me to do or like rituals or anything, that is the only thing I feel comfortable doing. That is the only thing. I don't feel comfortable. First of all, I don't feel comfortable getting an Alexa. I don't trust them. I also don't feel comfortable doing any rituals because those are serious business like we've talked about. So, and because my house has been haunted by a demon before, so I don't exactly want that again. But thank you guys for watching, and happy Halloween. Again, have a good time, stay safe. And then when you come back to this channel next Wednesday, we will be talking about people I'm thankful for. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.